Hey guys, welcome to episode number 122. I've got another quick tip for you today, and this is regarding area. Now, a lot of times when people talk about aquariums, they talk about the number of gallons, the volume of an aquarium, and oftentimes what you hear as a rule of thumb is 1 inch of fish for every gallon of water. And that's a pretty good rule of thumb to go by, except for it completely disregards the area factor. And when I talk about area, what I'm talking about is length times width, and that is the bottom of your aquarium or your stock tank. Now, this becomes really important when you're talking about the density of the animals that you're keeping within your aquariums. So, for instance, a 55-gallon aquarium is going to be around 4.3 feet squared. That's not a whole lot of area. I mean, that's like 1 foot by 4 foot. You know, if you compare that to something like a 40-gallon breeder, you're actually getting more area out of that tank, around 4.5 feet square. So even though you have more gallons with the 55-gallon aquarium, it's taller. You've got actually more area with the 40-gallon breeder, and that's why a lot of breeders use 40-gallon tanks because you get pretty good bang for your buck. It's about 3 feet by 1.5 feet. So definitely keep that in mind when you're thinking about different size aquariums. So in my case, if I was to keep mollies or swordtails or guppies, a 55-gallon aquarium wouldn't be a very good option because they don't really care about the height of the tank. What they're really interested in is going to be the area. Now, some fish like angelfish might be concerned with the height, and that's where a 55 might be handy. That's where a 29-gallon tall might be handy. But for smaller fish, a 40-gallon breeder is going to be your better option. Now, we compare that to some other tanks here, some larger tanks for turtles, and you see the 125-gallon long, which I'm currently keeping my turtles in, is about 6 feet by 1.5 feet, and that works out to about 9 feet squared. Now, that seems like quite a bit compared to a tank like this, you know, a 40 breeder. You're getting like twice the amount of space here, the area, which is good. But when you jump over to a stock tank, the difference between a 125-gallon aquarium and a 150-gallon stock tank, you basically double your area. You go from 9 feet squared to 15.7 feet squared. So even though you're only adding 25 gallons, you're getting double the area, which is really, really important. Now again, these numbers are just kind of estimates, but when you see you jump from 150 to a 300-gallon stock tank, again, you double your area. So if you're considering a tank for your turtles, a 125-gallon aquarium seems like a pretty good option, but you're only getting 9 feet squared, whereas if you go with the 150 stock tank, you might be potentially doubling your area. And obviously when you get up to the 300-gallon and you've got 30 square feet, that is obviously, you know, the ideal situation. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to make you aware of that concept. You know, if you think of this in terms of a human, you know, if this was a room like your bedroom, you know, you would definitely want to get the most area possible. Now, whereas the ceiling height isn't quite as important. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about stocking your tanks, especially if you're doing any breeding or if you're thinking about, you know, the end game for your animals, such as your turtles here. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you later.